All right, man. I just seen, woke up and seen what Terence Crawford said last night, and for the most part, I mean, he put it all out there. Um, he said he had no affiliation with Kinahan, and Kinahan did come up in negotiations, and he told Al that he didn't know who Kinahan was. Right. So, and he talked about it wasn't no guarantee. So he did say that. He said he wasn't no guarantee, and you have to see transparency in the books. Um, Said that he would have fought Jerron Innocent, Virgil Ortiz, but the names never came up. He said he's the best fighter in the world. He would have fought them, but he said that Errol Spence was nowhere to be found. He said that he went out there and found two companies willing to give him 25 million to fight. And Errol Spence started talking about the back end money. Then he went to Al, and Al told him that he not gonna let nobody touch this fight. And pretty much he was saying that Al Haymon wanted to give Errol Spence the best chance to win. And that's his job, right? And you suppose that Errol Spence ain't no boss. That's what I've been telling y'all. You ain't no boss. We ain't believe in that shit. You got the funny. You didn't even watch what the Ferrari kid take that monkey shit off. You embarrassing us. Come on, man. I told y'all he wasn't no boss, dude. Nigga ain't even a bad boy. OJ the Juice Man called Walker Fly. He said, "You a nigga bad boy. You a nigga bad boy. You a nigga bad boy." And that's what Errol Spence is. He's just a nigga who told when and where to show up. And that's how every PBC fighter is. He said even PBC fighters called him and told him not to get effed in the deal and what to look out for and all that type of stuff. And he said when he went to go find the two companies that was willing to put up $25 million a piece, he said, Earl Smith's got to talk about what the back end money. Back end money, nigga, you get 25. You're not gonna make. You probably not. They can't even guarantee both y'all $20 million a piece. And when you talking about guarantee, guess what? That means it's guaranteed they gotta pay you. Have you seen your last guarantee was 1.5? $25 million a piece. And he explained to him like they ain't doing pay-per-views like that, and they fire sticking in. And then Earl talking about he got a fire stick too and laughing or whatever. And everybody doing it. If you got multi-millionaires got a fire stick like Errol Spence, nigga ain't going to the movie shit like that. And that's probably because he can't move how you want to move. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a celebrity, he's a star in his town. So I get it. I definitely get it. But I'm just trying to figure out. Fuck you, my back end money. He's explaining to him. He says 80-20. After they get their money back, we can get 80-20 on the back end. Now I don't know if that's 80 to the company, 20 to the fighter, 20 to the fighter, 80 to the company. $25 million guaranteed. That's a lot of money. Especially when all they did was campaign and tell you that Terence Crawford wasn't no star. That's what they did. It was a smear campaign. They hurt the value of this fight, and I don't think it was by accident. I'm just saying. They hurt the value of this fight by tearing down Terence Crawford. We all had the money. I heard what Sam was saying. Saying the nigga never made more than this, that, and the third. How you gonna ask for this? And cool. And that's the crazy thing about it. Instead of building this fight up, they tore the man's name down. All right. Instead of building the fight up, they tore the man's name down. So of course the fight didn't have the value. I mean, for God's sakes, we got Leonard Ellaby saying that the fans don't want to see the fight. Come on, he said Al's a good dude. He's a charming dude. He's cool. Terence Crawford said about Al Haymon. I kind of like talking to him, but at the same time, Spence is his guy. I'm not. So of course, he's going to do his best for his fighter, his guy. That's what like any other manager advisor would do. He will be doing what's best for his fighter. So me and Al talk on the phone. I get advice from other guys in PBC. They tell me be careful, make sure the deal is right. They tell me to make sure you don't get F. Just normal things from guys in they stable that I'm friends with, which we already know who one of them is. I'm not gonna say Sean Porter's name, allegedly, but you know. But at the end of the day, yeah, they telling him don't give a fuck because a lot of them niggas doing Instacart. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them doing Instacart. Real talk. A lot of them doing Instacart. A lot of them driving Lyft, doing shop. What was that shop? The shop where they go get your groceries and all that too. A lot of them doing that. You know, a lot of them hurting over there real bad from what I hear. And Al Haymon owe a lot of them money. Hold their checks. We said, of course, me and Al are going back and forth about the numbers. We're not going back and forth about anything else. I have two companies that reached out to me and wanted to give me and Spence 25 million guaranteed up front. So a real guy like myself called Errol Spence, like, quote, hey bro, look, listen, I just got this company that's willing to give us 25 million a piece, guaranteed. What's up? What you gonna do? He like 25 million. I said, what about the backing? He said, I'm like, listen, if they make their money back, then we get 80-20. It's simple math. I said, we got people still in the fight. They got fire sticks. He laughed. He said, I got fire stick too. I'm like, see, ain't nobody buying pay-per-views no more. He said, quote, I said, we get this upfront money and we good. It's a no-brainer. I would say the difference between me and the difference between Spence is I'm really my own boss and he not. Now, interject right there. He just became his own boss. So he admitted that too. I don't know if we're going to get to that part. But he admitted that he just became his own boss, by the way. So he said, I'm the one talking directly to these high individuals. Errol is not talking to Terence Crawford about the fight. Errol wasn't at the table. Errol Spence can't tell you or show you a contract that says Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, that he was there in negotiations with us. He said he can't do that. He had to go back and ask Al for permission if he can take this big chunk, a lump sum of money to fight Terence Crawford, which he didn't call me back soon. So I proposed it to Al. I hit up Al and I said, Al, listen, I got two big hedge fund companies out there, which, you know, he allegedly finessed a couple of them himself. They say they claim to know you. Not one, but two companies are willing to put up 20 plus million in both our pockets guaranteed. Al told me straight up, I'm not letting nobody touch this fight. I'm like, all right, cool. But why? He like, why would you want to put a ceiling on yourself? Why would you want to put a cap on yourself? At the end of the day, bro, you did all this tearing this nigga name down. Y'all did tearing his fight down. We ain't got the money. Oh, he difficult negotiations. You didn't recognize him as a champion. Nigga, you know what that really mean? You know what this line really mean? You know, why would you know what this really will? Why would you want to put a cap on why would you want to put a cap on my money, nigga? That's what that meant. Let me translate for y'all. That's what that shit meant. Why you fucking with my money, nigga? You know, I'm gonna make all the money in this fight. I'm gonna make all the money. Somebody in the comment section I see as they said, well, see, but as most say, the fighters get 90%. He's a fucking weasel. Don't believe him. There's a reason why Conor McGregor said that. He's a fucking weasel. He's a weasel. He's a weasel. Don't believe him. Don't believe the hype. That's what that meant. He said, why you fuck with my money? That mean if they give you 25, him 25, they go, I can't do what I do because I'm not running the show. I want to steal the money off top, nigga. I want to make out with the most money. I want to dispense the money. You can't guarantee us 25 a piece, right? But I'm supposed to trust you with no guarantee to go get to make 25. And Terence Crawford, no, I ain't gonna get into that. Or come on. That makes no sense. Come on. They just simply don't want to fight. That's just what it boiled down to. Come on. He said, I'm not putting no cap on myself. If the company is taking a risk, high reward. If that's the case, I can't see a fight that's been doing millions since Floyd and them. So that was an altercation. I asked Al, since the fight is dragging on with me and Spence, can we get things together? Why I don't come out and meet you with my lawyer and we just wrap it up, just me, you, and my lawyer. Al said his mother wasn't doing too well, and I honored that and I respect that. As negotiations dragged on, I stated I wanted to fight this year, and I asked Al again because we seemed like we weren't getting nowhere. I asked Al, I said, listen, man, why don't you get Spence and you, since you're his representative, and I get myself and my lawyers, and we'll just make this fight. Anything we got to do, we can do right here, signed, sealed, and delivered. Al told me straight up that ain't never happened in the history ever with two fighters sit down at the table and they come to an agreement and they get a fight made, not even Floyd and Manny Pacquiao. So at the end of the day, then he wasn't willing to do so. And like I said, if the fighters can't be at the table, and this is why fighters get treated like dummies. Never been a dummy, never did what the dummies do. Come on, this is why fighters are all seen as dumb and dummies. Because when these promoters sitting at the table, all they doing, listen me out. All they doing is stealing money. They taking all the money, bro. They taking all the money. Think of it like this. I'm in middle school. We made a filtration system, right, for water. Think of it this way. All they doing when you put the water in there and it's dirty, you go through one cycle of the filtration, right? It goes through one cycle to get clean. Then we put it through another, maybe another, and maybe another. So think of your money that way. The money on the table from the network or from various investors, from various investors, okay, and networks and whatever sponsorships on the table, right? The money's on the table. All right, so they get the bunch of money. They put it through these different filtration systems. Every time they filtrate the money, it's less and less money until it drop down to the fighters. They're not getting the largest lump sum, and that's common sense. He said it's the first time for anything. I never heard of a fighter taking zero guarantee in the fight. I never heard of a fighter of a 4-rounder taking 0% of the guarantee. That's something that is new to me, but that was something I was willing to do. A lot of people say, well, Terence, you duck. You didn't want to fight Spence. I'm the only one that was taught taking all the risks. I told him, all right, cool. I take no guarantee. I take less end of the money. Whatever it is you want, I take it because that's how much confidence I got. I'm going to beat the man. So even though I know I was getting effed in the long run, I just wanted a little bit of transparency. He said, I said, okay, if we're going to bet on myself, you're going to get against all odds, then I want a little bit of transparency, of course. I want to be able to write on things that are going to write off things that's going to affect my check. Of course, I want to see the numbers add up, and they're not telling me. It's simple to me to think that a person will go into business with a person 50-50 and a person would tell them, well, we'll give me 50 down and I give you 50%. Then then you say, oh, well, I'm not going to tell you how much we really made, but I'm going to give you this and you got to trust me. Come on now, that doesn't make sense. You know what's so funny about it? It don't make sense, but that's how they do y'all boxers. That's how they middleman y'all boxers. But in those situations, the middleman make the most money. Because guess what? The promoter, advisors, managers are the middlemen. The networks, the investors, and whoever else the money come from, sponsors and stuff, are one. The fighters are the other. This is the only time when the middleman is really getting over on people. He says that I was never offered a guarantee, not once. I never given anything. You might hear you want this fight. We gonna F you and you got what you want. That's how much confidence and faith I had in myself. I took it all. I took the risk, big reward. That's how I look at it. And I believe in my abilities. I believe in myself. So I'm like, it's whatever. It's whatever. Earl Spence, he can't say the same. He on audio saying Al Haymon gonna make sure he good. He's in the best position to win. Of course he is. He's supposed to. You've got everything surrounding you to help you. So people mad at me because Al told me if I don't take this fight, that Earl Spence is going to go make 8 figures without me. So basically, he's telling me you can take this fight or leave it, or you got nothing. Basically, because we've been dragging and dragging and dragging. So I don't know the caliber of people that he's been dealing with or whatever they've been dealing with, but I'm not that type of guy to sit on my ass or sit on my hands for no man to feed my family. So he mad at me for taking a fight with a tough opponent, David Outrigin. You might not know him, but he tough opponent for a bigger purse and guaranteed that I wasn't even gonna get. You crazy in the head. So here we go back in square one. What do you expect? You expect me to expect to be disrespected, ran over, stepped on, and just sit there and just take it? That's crazy. That ain't my style. Me personally, I wasn't even gonna say nothing because I'm not the talkative type, and y'all pretty much know that. But sometimes you gotta say what's real. Say what's on your mind. You gotta stop these people from doing what they want with you. A lot of people say, did he ask Bob Arum to see the books? Did he ask for transparency for Bob Arum? No, I didn't. Do you know why? A lot of people don't even know why. Because I signed with Bob Arum. I wasn't my own boss. I was given a guarantee for every single one of my fights I fought for Bob Arum top rank. That's the difference, you guys. So if you guys don't understand that, I don't know what to tell you. So I stated that I want this fight this year. That was my thing. So we go back and forth the numbers, the transparency part, and that was a drag. Where was Errol Spence at? I didn't hear from Errol Spence. Where was the tweet at? I didn't hear the tweets. Where was this guy at? He was under a rock. If you're real, like you say you're the truth, then you come out and say the truth. Well, he ain't the truth. You ain't heard he went from free his truth to free smoke to a fucking fish. He said, tell the truth, buddy. Come on, man. I called you and told you, listen, I got this bread on the table. What you doing? You your own boss. So stop saying you're not your own boss. Stop saying your own boss. And that you the truth and you this and you that. But you got to answer to a lot of people, my God. And I'm not knocking that they got you where you are now. A lot of people say why you didn't fight Boots. Why you didn't fight Ortiz? Those names never came up. I would have fought them names in a heartbeat. Come on. I'm the best fighter in the world. Who do you think I am? I always fought my mandatories. I ain't never dug my mandatory, which was a shot at Errol Spence Boots. But still, I hear through the grapevine that Spence is about to fight a guy he promised to swear he'll never fight, which is Keith Thurman. He'll never keep his word. I don't know how true that is, and that's been floating around. Well, you already know the rest, bro. I ain't gonna read this. Shout out to Black Prime. He said, check in, you're a real one. If you check in, if you don't check in, you ain't a real one. So that is what it is, man. We know what the business is, dog. So it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think about it, man. And like I said before, dude, I told you they didn't want to fight. Nigga about to pay basically could be fighting for free if you don't understand it. So, and he's talking about going on make 8 figures and all that, man. Going on talk about fighting Canelo for real. But y'all already know that. But thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, the subscribe button, it's the bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live and drop video. Unless you want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. One time for the one time. Goodfella TV. Appreciate y'all. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Peace.